I spent 9 years photographing what remains after the worst moments of someone's life. Crime scenes, unattended deaths, fires, disappearances, whatever needs documented. I'm good at it because I don't flinch. I frame, I shoot, I archive. I don't let anything get inside. At least, that's what I told myself. The call came at 3:04 a.m. on a Tuesday, fog thick as wet cloth. My phone vibrated against the nightstand. The screen's blue light cut through darkness. Dispatch, high priority, documentation request, 117 Willowcrest. I sat up fast. Willowcrest. I hadn't driven down that street in 4 years. Not since Mara moved into the basement apartment, the one with the chipped blue door where she'd lean against the frame, coffee in hand. But that was before her temporary place became permanent, before everything ended. I stared at the address, hoping I misread it, hoping for different digits, another building, another block. But there it was, clear and unforgiving. I called my supervisor. This address, are you sure it's correct? He sighed into the line. Yes, Noah. PD made the request directly. You were closest on rotation. My chest tightened. Is it a death investigation? I don't have details. They want photographic documentation before sunrise. Before sunrise meant bad. Before sunrise always meant bad. I dressed mechanically, hands moving through familiar routine, while my mind rejected where they were taking me. 2 camera bodies, macro lens, UV kit, evidence markers. Tools I'd handled 1,000 times, but which suddenly felt heavier. The drive took 20 minutes, but stretched like hours. Fog swallowed headlights, muted every sound. When I turned onto the street, I knew which building it would be. The one with the chipped blue door. A patrol cruiser idled in front, lights painting the fog in slow red pulses. An officer stood on the sidewalk, arms crossed against cold. He looked up as I parked. You know Hale? I nodded. Seen documentation. Apartment B, downstairs. Downstairs. Mara's old place. My hands shook. I gripped my equipment bag tighter. The officer led me to the side entrance, down concrete steps, slick with moisture. The basement door stood open. The smell hit me before I saw anything. Decay. Unmistakable and heavy. Days, not hours. Medical examiner's been notified. The officer said. We need your photos first. I stepped inside. The apartment looked exactly as I remembered. Same thrift store couch. Same crooked shelf. Same window that never quite closed, letting in drafts she complained about every winter. But Mara wasn't there. A woman I didn't recognize lay on the floor between the couch and coffee table, her body telling the story of how long she'd been alone. I forced myself into work mode, into the mechanical space where I could function. Camera up. Exposure check. Wide angle first, establishing shots. The apartment as a whole. Then closer. Details. Evidence markers. Each click of the shutter, a small violence. Each flash lightning in a dim space. I worked methodically, professionally. The overturned glass. The medication bottles. The phone just out of reach of her hand. Screen dark and silent. Every detail mattered. Every detail needed recording. When I lowered my camera, I saw it. Pinned to the refrigerator with a faded magnet. A photograph. Me and Mara, for years ago, laughing at something I couldn't remember. Back when I thought she'd be part of my life forever. The new tenant must have found it when she moved in. Must have kept it because the magnet held something else. A handwritten note beneath our photo. In case of emergency, contact Noah Hale. My hand stopped shaking. Something worse replaced it. A steadiness born from understanding. Mara had left those instructions. Not for herself. For whoever came after. For the next person who'd live here alone. The next person who might need someone to notice when they were gone. I took one more photo. Not for the case file. For myself. Then I walked back up those basement stairs into the dissolving fog, carrying the weight of every moment I'd chosen not to document. Every call I'd chosen not to make. 9 years of photographing what's left behind, and I never learned the most important thing. Sometimes the worst moment isn't the end. It's all the moments before, when someone was still waiting for sunrise. If this story moved you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more stories from the edge, and comment below about the moment that changed everything for you. Sometimes sharing our stories is how we survive.